We have gold at an all-time high once again. Sound like a broken record. We keep saying that, folks. Gold all-time high. We're going to dive into that. Dive what's going on at the shop as well. We got some other news to talk about. So please stay tuned. Trying to get to 6,000 subscribers by the end of the month. We need 123 more subscribers, folks, in a very short few days here. Help me out if you're not yet subscribed. Come join the fun. Thank you for watching. Let's get into it. Gold overnight touched over $3,400 an ounce. We're currently sitting at, as recording of this video, I just checked it, $3,435.80. Silver was up over $33 an ounce in the futures. That is sitting at $32.88 right now. People are getting away from gold, folks. A lot of people I'm seeing at the shop just don't have the money for gold anymore. They're just tapped out with gold. They're going into silver right now. Look, I get asked, I've said this before on this video, is it a good time to trade gold to silver? I said last week that I think we're going to see a little bit more of an uptick on the ratio. Well, we have seen that now. 103.87 approximately, depending what time you're watching this. This is what I took down for information as recording of this video. I still think there's gonna be some more room there, folks. That's my personal opinion on that. I'm not a financial advisor, of course, but I think we're gonna go a little bit more. I'm looking at 109 before silver starts catching up here. Could we get that high? Yeah, I think we can get that high soon. Look, at the beginning of the spring, folks, I got laughed at. Right? I got laughed at. I said gold was going to trade between $2,875 and $3,390. And in that video, I first released this information. I said, I think I'm a little underweight with gold. Well, I was right with that prediction, but I kind of zoned in at this. We're over this. All right, that's blown out of the water now. Like I said, it was a forecast. I'm a little surprised, to be honest with you. I'll put it that way. I didn't think we were going to get this quickly. I thought we were going to probably see these numbers in middle of May, beginning of June, right before the summer. We're getting close to the end of April here, folks, and we're already at these numbers. Where are we going to be in June, folks? With gold, in silver. Time will tell. But really, I mean, I got laughed at. People said I was crazy. You know, people think my gold prediction was too high. Well, we're past that, so we can move on and see what's going to happen next. I will do another summer prediction and see if I can nail it right this time. But it is what it is. I mean, I am shocked. I'm just, I'm a little surprised where gold is at right now. I'm a little disappointed in the silver right now. I will not lie about that. I think silver should be a lot higher than it is now. I think we all think silver should be a lot higher now. Is this a buying opportunity for silver? Again, not a financial advisor. I'm still buying silver as much as I can. I talked to one of my good friends last night. And he was thinking, he says, this is still the time to buy gold. Now, he owns silver. He owns gold. And he says, what happens if silver takes another 2 years to come along for the ride? And gold keeps going up. Gold keeps going up. I said, but eventually, I says, people are going to be so tapped out of gold, they're not going to be able to afford it. I said, it's happening now. And I says, I'm more of a silver bug. I said, we know silver is undervalued, right? He says, yeah. I says, so why not stack more silver than gold right now? And he kind of half agree with me, but he's more half and half type of person who wants gold and silver, which is absolutely fine. That's absolutely fine to have that viewpoint. I welcome all viewpoints on this channel. Just another way of thinking about it, folks. That's all it is. Well, I can tell you what's going on at the shop. It was Easter. We didn't help too many people last night, but we did help a couple people. It was small orders of silver last night. But we did get a few of those bigger orders yesterday morning, and the people were happy, folks, because silver is up a little bit more than they bought it for. They saved a little bit of cash. Cost average your stacks. I'll keep saying that. Cost average your stacks. Let's get into the US dollar index before I go back on what's going on at the coin shop. US dollar index is now down to 98.23. Down 1.14. Folks, I get laughed at when I say the dollar is dying. Well, that just shows proof right there. The other countries are getting away from the US dollar. That's all. That's what it's telling us. And goods and services are going up in price. And at one point, silver will come along for the ride. I know I keep saying that. But it's just obvious what's going on. They're suppressing the silver price as long as they can. And at some point, they're not going to be able to do it no more. Going on at the shop. Let's move on what's going on at the shop. This morning, I had an order for 24 ounces of silver. Person calls me up. This person has not bought a lot, okay? But this guy is very concerned of what's going on. He says, look, man, I don't have a ton of money. Like most of us, don't have a ton of money. And he says, I just want to get a little bit more silver. It's just a good time to buy it now. I said, well, again, I told him, I'm not a financial advisor for one. And I says, silver's so far undervalued, it might be a good time to tap in a little bit here, cost average. That's just what I tell everybody at the shop. He says, well, I really can't afford a whole tube of maples. He says, I'm going to be about an ounce short. I says, okay. I says, I'm going to try to get you to 25 ounces so we can fill up a whole tube. And he told me what he had. I did some calculations. I said, can you answer any way? I says, you can come up with $8 more. I said, I'm going to take a little bit of, I said, I'm going to do a little bit of break even here with you and get you the 25 ounces of silver you need. So we made 15 cents off this guy's ounce, of these guys' ounces, to help the guy out. He was happy than heck that we did that for him. I said, if you can come up with $8, I said, I'll be happy with the 15 cents over what we paid for it. I said, I'll work with you. I said, you're trying your best. I'll work with you. We didn't make a ton of money off the sale. Sometimes trying to help the customer, because that customer will come back to us later on. Repeat, the customer don't have a lot. He's happy. I said, now, I don't want you coming back in 3 or 4 months and saying you need the money back. I says, I really don't. I says, if you can able to do it, then do it. Then if you can't, then you can't do it. But I says, I just need that extra $8 than you really got right now. But if you don't have it, you don't have it. He says, I can come up with $8. That's not a problem. He says, no, I got a little bit of money in the bank after that. I should be okay for if I got an emergency. I said, great. He comes in. I was not there. Called the shop up. Said, this is what's going to happen. And they're good with it. The owner's good with it. We made a sale for the shop. They didn't make a ton of money, but sometimes, folks, sometimes you have to do it that way to help people out. And no, we don't do that every single time. But I think we did a good deed for the day for this person. He's happy. We're happy. Life's good. Why not check out channel sponsor Pinbacks, folks, for all your silver, gold, and platinum needs. The brothers own the company. Will probably answer the phone. Talk to them. Build a relationship with them. They have all kinds of silver, gold, and platinum for your needs. You got questions? Call them up. Let them know that Coin Shop Chris sent you. No, folks, I don't make a commission. So stop saying that. I don't make a commission. I get one check a month from Pinbacks. That's it. I don't make any additional commission off the sale. I've told you folks over and over and over again, I will never accept a sponsorship with a commission based. I'm never going to sell you hats, t-shirts, gloves, whatever, teddy bears, you name it. And I'm sure heck I'm not going to sell you anything that I would not use myself. That is my promise to you on this channel, as always, and going forward as always. So thank you, Pinbacks, for sponsoring Coin Shop Chris. Thank you to the viewer out there as well, because it's not possible without you. Where do we go from here with silver and gold, folks? You know, at this point, I don't know. You know, gold's kind of moving up. It's not kind of moving. It's moving up. Where are we going to be? Let me know what you folks think in the comment section below. Where you think silver and gold are going to be, let's say, by the end of May. Put it in the comments section where you believe silver and gold are going to be in end of May. It's not no contest. It's not trying to get seen who's right, who's wrong. Different opinions out there. That's what we want on the channel. Different opinions. So thank you for that, for putting in the comments section. One more note, or maybe a couple more notes I got here. As of this morning, this is coming from CNBC, gold futures jumped about 2.69% to $3,418 by an ounce by 8:23 a.m. this morning on Eastern Standard Time. On Monday, investors were purchasing precious metals as the dollar hit a 3-year low. Gold has jumped about 29% start of the year, and the dollar is nearly down 8% since Trump unveiled his sweeping tariffs on April 2nd. Okay. That is from CNBC's viewpoint. Wow, the dollar is down. Gold is up. I think they're telling the truth. I'll let you guys decide about that. You guys need postage stamps. It's already been approved now. The governors have approved a raise starting on July 13th of 2025. U.S. postage stamps are currently 73 cents a stamp. They will go to 78 cents. Your postcards are going to be going from 56 cents to 62 cents. Everything's increasing, folks. We just had a raise. We just had a stamp increase. They want more. If you need stamps, you mail a lot. Get the forever stamps, folks. They never will change in price. Once you buy them, they're good forever. Another 5 cents. Stack up your stamps if you mail a lot. It's just everything's getting out of priced. You know, I'm going to ask you folks this. What's the lowest price that you can remember on a postage stamp? So I'll ask that question as well. Now, I'm going to answer that for myself. I remember 25 cents. That's the lowest I can remember of a postage stamps. Then I remember the 29-cent stamps came out, and I remember Elvis Presley with the pink background came out. So you can see that's been a while ago, and stamps have gone up not every single year, but stamps have gone up, gone up, gone up. It's crazy. Oh, it's just crazy the way the stamps have gone up here. So if you need stamps, July 13th, you're going to need them, get them before the 13th, so you're going to get them on the 12th or before the 12th of July to save yourself some money, folks. If you folks have any questions for me about silver, gold, or platinum, reach out to me. I'm going to keep you guys updated what's going on at the shop as well. If you're not yet liked the video, give me a thumbs up. If you're not yet, share the video. Share the video. If you're not yet subscribed, come join the party, trying to get to 6,000 subscribers by the end of the month. I also want to thank one channel in particular last night. I was on this Salivate Metals channel. I said, hello, everybody. Sal said, check out Coin Shop Chris. I thank you, Sal, for saying that. One of his moderators, JM Unleash, also put my link on his channel. So thank you, JM Unleash, for that as well. Thank you, Salivate Metal for helping me out as well. I appreciate it. So thank you. Go check his channel out. If you folks have not subscribed yet to him, make sure you let him know that Coin Shop Chris sent you as well. So thank you for the support. Celebrate Metal, to his moderating team. Thank you, especially the JM Unleashed, for putting my link in there. Into this afternoon, we will keep you updated. We will see what happens next with the precious metals market. And the Dow Jones is actually down. The last time I checked this morning was down a little over 400 points. We will keep an eye on everything for you folks. Thank you for watching. Coin Shop Chris is out. See you this afternoon.